So, y'all see that back there? Y'all see that right there? Yeah, what is that? What is that? So today I just wanted to do an unscripted video talking about Destiny 2, where I think it's kind of heading, potential answers, solutions, because as I pointed out earlier, there has been almost zero information about any upcoming things such as Shadow and Order, such as the delay that is apparently coming as well. Like, it's just nuts. So starting with the Twids. So going into the new year, I'm always like super hyped to see the next Twid because we don't get one for like usually like 2 or like 3 weeks or so because it's all the Christmas season and all that. And so I'm always really excited because usually they like pop off every year with the Twid being like, oh, we got this new thing we're adding this new aspect into the game, or we're just changing up the sandbox something or whatever. Like, and it just kind of like, oh, cool, yay, I'm kind of excited to get back into Destiny right now. Well, they dropped the first one and there's not really much of an interest, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And then the second one drops and I'm like, oh, okay, another, like, not really much here, okay. And when I mean nothing, I mean obviously there are things in the Twid, right? There are literal words, right? like DMG did write out something and put send. Yes, of course he did. But when I mean nothing, I just mean like nothing of substance, right? Nothing to get people excited about, which is kind of the point of the articles, right? It's just kind of like say like, hey, like the dev team's working on this and stuff. So when this happens, literally a 5th week in a row, right? We are what, like 5 or maybe 6 twabs in at this one? Sorry, Twid. We're 6 Twids in, and this stuff is happening, right? We're still getting virtually nothing for the game. Yeah, you gotta wonder, does Bungie have stuff planned for this game? Like, what is happening? Which then leads me to the next subject, which is the alleged delay, which seems to be confirmed by Paul Tassi, as he has talked to an insider at Bungie. They confirmed that there will be a delay, possibly going into April or May, which, when I heard that, I was like, why is there going to be, first of all, why is there going to be potentially a 2-month delay? Like, that is crazy. I understand that they're moving stuff because of Marathon. Marathon comes out on March 5th, and Shadow and Order was supposed to come out on March 3rd. But like, was this stuff not ready to ship? Like, why are we delaying by a whole 2 months potentially? That's insane. Especially when you look at these Steam chart numbers right here that I'm putting up right now. Yeah, the game is not looking too hot. So if you are deciding to delay another like mid-expansion update for another 2 months, what are we doing? Like, what does Bungie think is going to happen? Are they just truly putting all the Marathon eggs into the basket and just hoping that this thing soars, I guess? Like, I truly don't know. I've never felt more out of touch with Bungie currently about the future of Destiny. I've never been more out of touch with the future of Destiny. Like, truly. I thought Lightfall was bad, and I was like, ooh. I mean, could have been worse. And then it got worse. It did. This is it. This is bad. And speaking of not receiving information, where is the roadmap? Where is it? Where's the roadmap? It's been like actually nearly 3 or 4 months, and don't quote me on that. I don't actually know, but I know it was well before the well before last month for sure. Like, it was like probably October or November. DMG was talking about a roadmap for the game, and I don't know how much communication goes on in Bungie. I would imagine that the communications manager would know stuff. or they're just not giving him stuff. And also just I just want to point out, I'm not trying to like shame DMG. I'm sure he's working his butt off at the company. He's doing a great job. He's always been a great community manager. And truly, I think if they had something to say, like if they had any amount of information to share, he would immediately share it because he understands that. He understands that the community is not receiving stuff. He literally dropped a tweet today that talked about that. And so I when I say DMG, I'm not saying it as in it's his fault. I'm just saying as Bungie as a whole needs to get something together to give to him so that he can give it to us. Like, it is actually crazy. We should not be going into a 2-month delay at the lowest point of Destiny's player count. Like, it's so unreal to like look back at like Lightfall numbers. Like, Lightfall numbers were crazy. And then now we just have like, well, we got this. Yeah, we got this over here. Right? Not great. But anyways, it comes at a point where you gotta say something. You just gotta acknowledge it. And DMG kind of did in that tweet. But I mean, come on, like we gotta get something. Like what's the roadmap? Just say something. Just say what's coming next. Just say like one thing. You don't have to release the official roadmap. Just say, hey, this is coming next. I don't know. Maybe if you got a trailer ready, release a trailer. Get something. Get some of this doubt and this fear and this uncertainty out. Then that leads kind of to the next part, which is what could be on the roadmap, right? What could be on the roadmap that not only will hopefully keep Destiny 2 alive, but change people's perspective, get people to come back to the game. Like, that's the other big thing, is like Bungie's not currently gaining any new players. Not noticeably, right? Probably very, very marginally, right? And so I truly believe, like, Renegades was great. It was a very fun expansion. I enjoyed it. The dungeon was great, right? But if we're getting another Edge of Fate style release where we release an expansion and it's got some stuff in it, like this type of expansion release with this amount of content, with like just not really any innovation, like this is not going to last. This is not going to last for this game. It's not going, like the player count, more players will leave. Players left at Edge of Fate. Players probably even left at Renegades, right? We didn't even hit above 100K for Renegades. That's so crazy. Especially when back in 2023, Lightfall, we had like what, 435K? Like that's such a crazy fall off. And I get it, we were going to lose players anyways because of the final shape, right? Kind of being the final chapter, of course. But if the game was in a great place, if they kept it in a great place, people would still come back and play. A lot of people would. I genuinely believe that. And so I'm sure you've heard every other YouTuber, every other streamer talk about this. The only way that Bungie's going to bring back a lot of players, going to get a lot of new players, I think is, of course, Destiny 3. Destiny 3 will answer, hopefully, a lot of the problems that Bungie's facing right now, which is, the main one is Destiny 2 fatigue. People are tired of Destiny 2. The game's been out for almost 10 years now. And it just feels very stale, right? It feels very it should have ended at final shape, and honestly maybe even should have ended a little bit sooner, right? Because as we all know, like Lightfall was kind of put in between final shape and Witch Queen. It really should have ended probably in 2023. Like maybe we'd be playing Destiny 3 right now if, you know, things had gotten a little bit differently, which is kind of crazy to think about. But it's got to revitalize. It's got to reinvigorate a lot of the, like, get that feeling. Like, we're not going to feel what we felt in Lightfall, what we felt in Witch Queen, what we felt in the final shape, what we felt in Forsaken, like all these amazing moments, what we felt in Taken King. Like, we're not going to feel that anymore in Destiny 2. There's no way. There's nothing they can do in this game anymore. I truly don't think they can do anything. They don't have the resources for that. They just got to start over. They got to get a clean slate. Destiny 2 has so much just poor reputation with just how the community is and the layoffs and the plagiarism. Bungie is like 0-3, 0-4 maybe on the plagiarism allegations. Like they're not beating those. And the thing is, I know they can do it. They can 100% can do it. I believe in Bungie. Like I believe Marathon's going to come out. It's going to be good. I truly do think that Bungie's a legendary company. And although a lot of people who worked for Bungie in like the early Destiny days and Halo days, or pretty much most of them are gone now, I still think that they can pull stuff off. I'm hoping that Marathon comes out and it's super awesome, and maybe that'll tie me over so they can have time, a few years to work on Destiny 3, right? And they can make it as great as they want to be. They got to stick that. They have to stick the release. They have to stick the release so hard. Like Destiny 1 came out, almost died. Destiny 2 came out, almost died. Surely third time's a charm, right? Surely you think they'll learn the lesson, and Destiny 3 will come out and it will be great. If they can just start out, if they can just release a game and start out with positive reception, doesn't have to be amazing, but just positive reception and the gameplay loop is fun, they will be set. That's all they have to do. And then not mess it up, and then stop losing player trust. They just have to. The Bungie challenge. Try not to lose player trust. Challenge impossible, right? they can't not do it. Also, holy cow, y'all gotta chill out. Y'all have to like lower it on this. Chill out on the microtransactions. Holy cows. Quit sticking them up our butts, shoving them down our throats. Like every time I see one of those stupid little pop-ups, I go back into orbit. It pisses me off. I don't care about buying whatever it is, right? And I do agree, Bungie does make some banger Eververse stuff. It's awesome. But if y'all are trying to make money through that method, rather than just trying to sell copies of the game or expansions of the game, and you're focused so much on that, I mean, I truly believe Eververse is what happened to kill this game. Was that they're so focused in, so focused in. It was Pete Parsons, right? He was the head of marketing or whatever before he became the CEO. They were so focused in on making those microtransactions, making them incredible, right? Making it so easy to buy stuff, releasing a ton of new sets. Like if you put all that, if you made it, like if even half of those Eververse, like really amazing Eververse sets were like available to grind for in the game would not be dead. It would be thriving. That's what people want. You gotta make great cosmetic stuff people grind for. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent, but you get what I'm saying, right? So that being said, I don't know. I'm just at a loss. Like there's nothing to do in Destiny 2 right now, and apparently there's not going to be anything to do for possibly the next 3 months. So that's kind of crazy. That is kind of wild. That being said, I'll definitely be full diving into Marathon. I'll be playing the beta. I'll be sharing my thoughts on it. I'll be trying to maybe I'll make some guides. I don't know, do a little bit of bone guides, you know. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. I was kind of just went full rant mode in this one, no script. I just wanted to get my thoughts out because I'm just kind of frustrated. As I'm sure a lot of people are. A lot of people are probably frustrated as well, right? But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and drop a subscribe on your boy if you enjoy the video. Also, let me know down in the comments what your grievances are with Bungie currently. Do y'all agree with what I said? What are some things you think could be done to fix it, such as a Destiny 3? With that being said, I've been a Bone, and I will see you guys all in the next one.